609 by Representative Clemens, a resolution to commend and honor country music artist TJ Osborne.
Representative Clemens, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to concur in Senate Joint Resolution 609.
Representative Clemens moves to concur in Senate Joint Resolution 609. Probably second. Mr. Clerk, call the First Amendment.
Mr. Speaker, no amendments filed.
Representative Clemens, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I renew my motion.
Representative Clemens renews his motion. Any discussion? Chairman Faison.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we have some concerns on this SJR, and I make a motion to send it back to naming and designating.
You've heard the motion. This is debatable. Discussion. Yeah, Representative Clemens, is that? Yes, sir. It's debatable.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd just like to know, for the record, the source of the concerns.
Chairman Faison.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It wasn't heard in committee, and I feel like it needs to be.
Representative Clemens.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I appreciate that. I'm just the co-sponsor for Senator Ackberry, who introduced this resolution. Proud to carry it in the House, and I think the senator should have control of her own resolution. And the Senate passed this bill, a resolution, 30-0, and so I just think it's incumbent upon us to pass this resolution on behalf of Senator Ackberry and the 30 senators who voted unanimously in favor of this bill. And let's take a vote. I object the motion, and if we want to have a discussion about the substance of the concern, then I think that's fair. But without that, I think if it goes back to committee, I don't think it's going to come back to the House floor. So with all due respect for Senator Ackberry and her intended recipient of this memorial, I would encourage us to oppose this resolution, the motion.
Representative Parkinson.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, a lot of us don't sit on that committee, so I have no idea what happened in the committee. And, you know, I guess if we're voting on this, I would like to know what actually happened in the committee so I can know how to vote.
Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, this is a Senate joint resolution that was sent over by the Senate. It has not gone through the House committee process.
Representative Parkinson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought I heard my colleague from Cobb County say something happened in committee. There's his reason for objecting. Oh, okay, then what is the reason for objecting? Then obviously I misunderstood it.
I believe the chairman stated that it was not heard in committee, and so he's referring it to naming and designating committee to be heard. Representative Parkinson.
And thank you for the explanation, Mr. Speaker. But a lot of SJRs are not heard in committee, and we vote on them. We voted on a couple of them today, as a matter of fact.
Mr. Clerk, would you like to clear up which joint resolutions go to committees and which ones do not sometimes?
Mr. Speaker, this Senate joint resolution was sent over to the House, and as it is a congratulatory item pursuant to our rules and pursuant to the motions made under our normal order of business, this resolution was placed on a consent calendar for 4/29/21, as is the right of any member may object to anything on the consent and have it put over to the regular calendar. So it was objected to on the consent calendar on 4/29 and placed on a regular calendar for today.
Representative Parkinson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and Mr. Clerk, for that explanation, and I understand it. This SJR is for, I don't have my glasses on here. What's his name? I need yours. Hold on, I got mine right here. Thank you, Representative. Thank you. This is for the country music artist, TJ Osborne, correct? The country music artist, TJ Osborne? Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Hopefully we can go on and vote on this and you know, support or honor Mr. Osborne, the country music singer. We're talking about a country music singer, y'all. Come on. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Leader Lamberth.
Move previous question.
Previous question been called. Any objection to previous question? All right. There's objection. We're voting on previous question. All those in favor, vote aye when the bell rings. Those opposed, vote no. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Mr. Clerk, please take the vote.
Aye, 67, 21 nay, one present, not voting.
Previous question prevails. We are voting on item 30 on the motion to re-refer to naming and designating committee. All those in favor vote aye when the bell rings. Those opposed vote no. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change their vote? Mr. Clerk, please take the vote.
Aye, 63, 23 nays, four present, not voted.
The motion